Okay, we are back. Gonna do part 2 of the looper tutorial, adding some effects to your loops, adding more tracks. What we're gonna get into is adding some like filters, some beat repeats, get some cool trippy stuff going on. And one thing I think I skipped over a little fast last time was the MIDI mapping. So let's go over that right now. Apple M, this thing right here, turns everything blue. And that means that it's ready to learn whatever you tell it to as far as MIDI controlling. So I got my audio trigger finger. First thing I'm going to do is do these record enable. I like to do that to that button. Basically the first 3 tracks corresponding. You know what else I like to do? I like to highlight the track to that same button. You can do multiple things to one button. So that way when I record enable the track gets highlighted. Now here, let's do the faders. These faders right here. 1. Now you'll notice you click on the parameter, the brackets pop up, you move a knob, and you get a little MIDI number flag here. And that's how it works. Then you know your parameters map. So now look at this. Turn this, my faders go up and down. Fun, yay. Oh, oops, spotlight, my bad. Now one other thing, we're going to do these play buttons. This one. And I just do them just like it's mapped out on the, like on a natural mixer. I kind of just make it track 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take an EQ3 and we are going to kill the lows by hitting that button. And you'll notice you get this kind of check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Oh, we're not enabled on that right track. There we go. Now you got that frequency cut, low pass, high pass. And we're going to map that all to one knob. So highlight that. So that's track 3. I'm going to turn that one. Now I'm also going to turn the knob on with that same knob. Or turn the EQ3 on. So you turn that. Now you'll notice over here, this is in your browser. It says 64. This is highlighted. That means that's the one we're working on. I'm going to back that off to about 3 or 4. So that way when I turn that knob just barely, the EQ turns on, and then that sweeps the frequency. And I'm actually going to limit that filter, so I'm going to bring it down to about almost 2 kilohertz. So now I have this. Now I'm also going to map that same knob to the A return and the B return. Now check this out. Yo! Got some reverb, some delay, some filter. Fun. Okay. So we're going to just take it one step farther. We're going to add a beat repeat after that. That's your on and off button. Let's turn the beat repeat off for a second. Let's MIDI map it to this knob. It's corner one. Whatever one you want. Now the grid, I like to map also to that knob. Oh, and real quick, on the on and off switch, remember you go to 64 because that means it's not going to turn on until halfway, till the knob is halfway, but we want to be closer, so we'll do 4. And the grid, this right here, I'm going to change that. So that way it's 148. And the biggest chop, this is how much it gets chopped up via 1/3 of a bar. So now with the beat repeat, you turn this, and you get that grid chop up effect. Take this, turn the repeat on. And that's all with one knob. Pretty fun. And you can click this filter right here. And you've got a whole filter on the. I'm just going to turn that off. So now let's do a quick demo with the looping and adding some separate tracks. Now also, we're going to loop these clips in clip mode, which means that it's not like the looper. You have to click it right here, and then you click it there again, and that's essentially your loop button. So what we're going to do, we're going to globally stop these clips. Okay. Oops, hit the wrong button. I launched a clip. I wanted to launch a loop. Hit stop, make sure everything's good, clear the loop. I'm going to add a bass line on track 2. On track 3, get my effects going. So you get the idea. You get multiple tracks. You get different effects all on 1 or 2 knobs. And, you know, bass, drums, melody. You can get some nice stuff going on. Now, a quick thing right here. You can take the drag me. You can just drag that loop up here. Now, that's a clip. You can clear your loop. And you still have it up here. And then create another loop on top of that. Actually, I gaffed. Once a loop is in clip mode, you cannot add any more, actually. So that chops off your input. So you have to have something not happening in clip mode. Correcting that last piece. But anyway, hope you've got something out of this, and check you next time.